a McDonald's All-American, and she is the key for the Spartans. She was actually held to just 18 points in their regional win. We'll talk more about that frenetic finish that got St. John's Country Day here. But Taliah Scott is the one to keep an eye on here this afternoon for St. John's Country Day. Scott is also leading in rebounds per game with 9 assists, steals, and blocks per game for St. John's Country as well. In fact, basically, she's the second leading scorer among high school girls in the entire United States. So it'll be a tall task for the Lions to try and control Scott. And if you're a Faith Christian fan, well, the players that you're most familiar with and will keep a close eye on today, Holland Harris will be one of the keys. She averages 17 points and 9 rebounds a game. Leah Rivera is a very good guard that runs much of the offense, and she is averaging 4 assists and 2 steals a game. So it'll be the Lions 14-11 of Faith Christian against the Spartans of St. John's Country Day. They come in at 19-5. St. John's got here by defeating St. Joseph 64-29, Monroe 58-40, and then NFEI, that was the game, the regional final that came right down to the buzzer, with Scott hitting a free throw with no time left on the clock to win it. And that was a 50-49 win for St. John's Country Day to punch their ticket to Lakeland. Meanwhile, Faith Christian didn't have quite as tough a road. They defeated Trinity Christian in their opening round playoff game 70-38. They defeated Nora Christian, no problem there, 61-18. And then held off a determined effort by Central Florida Christian, 61-52, to earn their second straight trip to the state Final Four here in Lakeland. St. John's Country Day. They are in their white home uniforms with the powder blue trim. Faith Christian in their road blacks with maroon trim. They will be moving left to right on your screen here. A couple of taps on the tip, and Kendall Prophet has it. That was Taliah Scott trying to feed it inside there, and it was knocked away. It'll belong to Faith Christian here early on. Taliah, 5'9" senior. Actually, they'll say it'll stay with St. John's Country Day. And this is Scott with it. Scott gonna pull up from 18 and throw up an air ball. Don't see a lot of those from the McDonald's All-American. St. John's keeps possession, however. And this is Mary Kate Kent with it. Kent drives into the paint, tries to put it up with the left hand and has it rejected. That was Holland Harris with the defensive play. 3-ball on the way, no good. Harris with the rebound. Underneath, little spin move, and that is off the mark. Quickly back comes Scott the other way. Scott drives into the paint, and she will draw the foul.
Foul number 33, Leah Barnes. Her first team foul.
Leah Barnes guilty of the foul. And Scott hits the first of her free throws. Second one on the way through as well. Leah Rivera will bring it up court here for Faith Christian. out of the Orlando area. Up there on Curry Ford Road. Underneath, try by Leah Barnes is partially rejected. It'll stay Faith Christian basketball.
Christian ball.
Looking for Holland down low, or rather Harris down low. Holland Harris, and off the mark, so it'll be a turnover against Faith Christian here early on. Scott pulls up around the rim, no good. Leah Barnes is drawing the defensive assignment so far against Scott. Sure she knows what she is up against. Rivera will dribble it back out to the center circle to reset the offense. Nice look down low. And Holland Harris with the basket. Rebound underneath, up and in for Samaje Williams. Rivera with it. They checked that. That was Harris. Down low. Count the basket and the foul.
Count the basket for Kylie Kitts.
Kylie Kitts, the sophomore, will head to the free throw line to try and finish the three-pointer. Williams called for the foul. Free throw on the way, no good. Holland Harris with the rebound. Perry with it. Leaves it off to Rivera. Rivera going to reset things here. Into Pitts, lost the handle, now finds it, puts it up and in. Kylie Pitts is about 6'2", 6'3" down low, and she has 4 points here in the ball game. 6'4" Faith Christian early. Here's Harris with it. Let's fly with the three, a little short. Scott will bring it back the other way for St. John's. Scott going to direct a little traffic. Barnes comes out to help defensively. Now bounce pass down low, rejected as Samaje Williams tried to power up from the right block. Barnes with it. Barnes kicks it out to Pitts. Harris off with another three ball. Scott with a rebound. Scott will stop, pop from about 20 and drills it. Yes, ma'am. Taliah Scott barely rippled the net with that one. And St. John's Country Day leads it by 1, 7-6. Perry with it. Puts it up to Barnes. Barnes. Bounce pass to Harris. Barnes with the top of the key. Little jab step. Drives left side. Lays it up and in. Nice play by Leah Barnes, junior for Faith Christian. Back on top by a point. Scott going to drive right side. Dishes into the corner. Air ball put up by Williams. Rivera back. Rivera over to Barnes. Swings it to Harris, or rather Perry, who draws the foul.
Foul number 14, Samaje Williams. Her second team foul.
Williams picks up foul number 2, so she will likely take a quick seat here. Perry will shoot a pair.
Go ahead, Pete.
Checking in for St. John's, number 11, Ashanti Williams.
Ashanti Williams will come in for Samaj Williams. Second one rims out. Lead is 2 here for Faith Christian. 3 ball on the way, around the rim, no good, and Pitts out of there with a rebound. It was Kendall Profit who almost gave St. John's the lead. Little spin move there. No good. Now a 3 ball on the way. Yes, ma'am. Holland Harris with the trifecta. And it's a 5-point lead, biggest of the morning or afternoon rather. Here's Scott. Yes, ma'am, from somewhere near Oviedo. That's the lead to 2, just like that. Barnes with it. Barnes a little out of control, and they will call the offensive charge. Properly so.
Offensive foul on number 33, Taliah Barnes, her second team foul. Checking in for St. John's, number 14.
And that's the second on Barnes, who has drawn the early offensive or defensive assignment against Scott here. So they may have to switch that matchup now, and they will. She'll actually be Aaliyah Perry, number 2 out top. Scott pulls up again with a 18-footer and goes short on that one. Here's Harris. Harris drives to the hoop, lays it up and in. It's moved by the 6'1 sophomore forward Holland Harris. No question that Faith Christian has the height advantage here. Scott dishes off to Williams. Now 3 on the way. Yes, ma'am. Taliah Scott. She's got 11 already. And we've still got almost 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Averaging over 36 a game. We'll be heading to the University of Arkansas to play some SEC basketball starting in the fall. Drive to the bucket by Perry. That is off the iron and falls away, but it'll stay.
Out of bounds,
Faith Christian basketball. Bounce passed into Harris, who lays it up and in. Easy one there for the Lions. Spartans lead is 3. Scott again, that's off the back iron this time. Out of bounds by Scott.
1 minute, less than 1 minute remaining.
Final minute of play here in the first quarter. This could be an entertaining one. Barnes with it. Drives to the free throw line. 3 ball on the way. Holland Harris, yes ma'am. Harris extends the lead to 6 now for the Faith Christian Lions, their biggest of the first quarter. Pitts now coming out to double team on Scott. Gives it over to Juliet Moody. 3 ball on the way, not by Scott that time. Rather, it was Mary Kent Kate. Or Mary Kate Kent, rather. And Scott misses a 3. Down low to Pitts. Pitts back on top to Barnett. Yes, ma'am. Barnes hits the 3. And the lead is 9. Now Scott going to take it to the hole herself, and she can't hit the running one-hander. And that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Faith Christian, with a late spurt, pulls ahead by 9. It's 22-13. Lions back with the second quarter in just a moment. This is the 2023 Florida High School State Girls Basketball Championships on the NFHS Network.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Max Preps, official scores and statistics of the FHSAA.
Back here in Lakeland is St. John's Country Day, and Faith Christian battled for one of two spots in the Class 2A state championship finals, which I believe will be Friday afternoon at 4:30. Yep, just double checking that. Friday at 4:30. That will be against either Korup Christian or Evangelical Christian, who will meet at 4 o'clock in the second of the 2A semifinals. If you're wondering who other than Taliah Scott can score on this Spartans team, Mary Kate Kent had some big moments in their regional win. Look into Harris, down low, misses. Pitts with a rebound. She can't get it to go. Scott will come back quickly the other way. Scott drives to the glass, lays it up and in. Nice power move by Taliah Scott. Drive to the basket and counted for Holland Harris as teams run up and down the floor here in Lakeland. Fast pace. 3-ball on the way, and yes, ma'am, counted for Kendall Prophet. So back and forth we go here, and St. John's Country Day has cut the deficit to 7. Down low to Pitts, rolls and hits. St. John's definitely having some trouble with the Faith Christian height here. Scott puts it up, around the rim, no good. Rebound to Pitts. She'll bring it back the other way. She's a talented 6'3" forward who can handle the basketball and take care of business inside as well. Haven't seen her pop one from distance, but wouldn't be surprised she has a little range to boot. Barnes with it. Perry bobbles and recovers. Now a whistle away from the ball. And actually a timeout taken by Faith Christian here. Gives us a chance to look at some first half numbers. Faith Christian shooting 9 of 16, 56% from the floor. That was including 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, St. John's Country Day just 4 of 16 overall, although 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, 38%.
For enrollment info and Southeastern Fire Athletics.
Taliah Scott, the leading scorer, with 11 points on 3 of 8 shooting, including 2 of 5 from three-point land. Rebounding battle, not surprisingly, going to Faith Christian, 12-4. That is a storyline to watch as we move on here this afternoon. Turnovers. Both teams did a good job taking care of the basketball in a run and gun first. Faith Christian just 2 turnovers, and St. John's Country Day 1. Lead is 9 at the moment. Pitts with it. Pitts gonna roll, then gets out of there. Now Barnes into the paint. Swings it out for Harris. Harris didn't have any room on the baseline. Perry swings it around now to Rivera. Harris for 3, back iron no good. Barnes trying to keep it alive. Pitts collects the loose ball. Harris with it again, thought about it. Now leaves it for Barnes. Look down low, and that misses everybody. Turnover against Faith Christian. Faith Christian made it to the finals last year and then brought in a new coach and basically turned over their entire roster in the offseason. Here comes Barnes the other way. Barnes going to go coast to coast on the turnover and lay it in. And Faith Christian leads it by 11. Biggest lead of the game here. Scott pulls up for 3 off the iron, no good. Perry with it. Perry going to drive to the hole, lays it up and in, and the lead is 13. Scott going to slow things down and take a timeout. Coach Yo, as she's known, Yolanda Bronston, in her 6th year, wants to reset things here for St. John's Country Day.
Fans, are you posting pictures from today's event on your social media accounts? Tag the FHSAA and we'll retweet.
Faith Christian head coach Andy Saraste a chance to try and keep the momentum going over there with a 13-point lead. Saraste was actually named head coach of the girls team just 4 days before the start of the season. He's also the Faith Christian boys coach.
In the state of Florida, the best. That's Facebook.com/FHSAA. Gatorade for athletes who move the game
Helps
forward.
if you're a head coach to have 3 players 6 feet or over in your lineup. And Harris, Barnes, and Kitts all are averaging 8 or better rebounds a game.
Proud supporter of student athletes and their families. Farmers know it takes hard work and long hours.
Barnes actually had foul trouble in their regional win over Central Florida Christian Academy, 61-52. Picked up 3 fouls early on and sat out for almost 2 full quarters. But Kitts had a big game and scored 19 of her 26 points in the second half to help Faith Christian make it here to Lakeland, as Pitts is shaken up on the rebound underneath, and fouled is Mary Kate Kent, and she too shaken up. Looks like Pitts is going to be okay, and hope the same here for Kent as she's helped to her feet, and will head to the free throw line for a couple.
Checking in for Faith Christian, number 22 is Sydney Loman.
In that win for Faith Christian over CFCA, Harris had a dozen, Aaliyah Perry had 13.
And for St. John's, number 11, Ashanti Williams. Out of bounds on the previous plays.
Not a shooting foul, but St. John's Country Day will keep possession here. Inbounds is around the rim and out by Profit average is about 6.5 a game. Barnes with a little turnaround off the mark. Rebound in there by Juliet Moody. Gives it to Scott now. Scott directs some traffic. Barnes going to draw the defensive assignment again. 3 ball on the way from the right wing, and it's good. Yes, ma'am. Juliet Moody delivers. Nice assist there by Taliah Scott, who drew the defense her way, and Moody was left wide open in the right corner and did not miss. St. John's Country Day needs a few more of those possessions. Here's Harris. She'll launch a 3 off the glass. Yes, ma'am. Holland Harris with an answer. And Harris has 9 in the game. I don't know if she intended to bank that one or not, but she did. Scott too hard off the back iron. Rebound underneath by Scott, who's no good, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Faith Christian basketball here.
Faith Christian, number 31, Kylie Hicks. And for St. John's, number 15, Mary Kate Kent.
Let's go. Smart.
Faith Christian going to slow things down a little bit here. Perry gets it down to Pitts. Back to Perry now. Perry will drive. Scoop shot from the left block is good. The lead is 16. Biggest of the half here for Faith Christian. Scott in some trouble. Has the shot blocked. Perry quickly back the other way. Dribbles it off her leg. Tries to keep the possession alive. And I believe she may have called a timeout on the floor, or did they call a foul? Or are they going to call? Yep, they are going to call the timeout. So heads up play by Perry here. As she lost the dribble in the lane, but was able to keep enough possession to call timeout. So as good as Taliah Scott has been, Holland Harris has been even better. 17 points for the Faith Christian sophomore. Only two seniors on the Faith Christian roster. Rivera, who plays a lot, and Annabella Arroyo, who we have not seen. This is Harris with it. Not to be outdone by Taliah Scott, at least so far. Perry with it. Down to Pitts. Nice offensive little roll there by Pitts. He lays it up and in. And Pitts having a good first half, or Kitts rather having a good first half as well. Kylie Kitts, just a sophomore. Another turnover against St. John's Country Day. Kitts has 8 so far. Content to run a little clock here. Now Kitts with it. Gives it over to Lohman. And yes, man, Sydney Lohman into the ball game and makes a mark. The lead is 21 for Faith Christian. Scott throws it away. And then going to be called for the reach-in. A little frustration, I'm sure, by Taliah Scott, who needs some help out there right now.
Foul on number 1, Juliet Moody. Her first 13th
Actually, they'll call the foul on Juliet Moody on the reach-in. Like it was Scott, maybe you got a hand in there, but they'll call it on Moody. Neither team close to the bonus. Kitts will launch from 3, off the back iron, no good. Little reverse layup try there by Lohman on the rebound. Out of bounds, Faith Christian will keep possession. Kitts on the inbound play, and she's fouled.
Foul on number 14, Samaje Williams. Her third and fourth team foul.
And that'll be the third against Samaje Williams. So she'll be substituted for here.
Go, Kylie.
Kitts misses the first.
Checking in for St. John's, number 11, Ashanti Williams.
Ashanti Williams will check in. Second one by Kitts is through. And the lead is now 22. Scott going to back things out here. Nice bounce pass down low. There's a little help that she's been looking for. Ashanti Williams on the assist from Scott. Well, St. John's would like a stop here and maybe a chance to get within less than 20 going to the half. Holland Harris will pop from the corner, no good. Chance here for St. John's Country's Day. Scott 1 against 5 literally here. She will pull up and launch the 3. Yes, ma'am. Taliah Scott from downtown. And that will help. Deficit trimmed to 17. And anytime you've got a Taliah Scott on your roster, you're never out of it. Faith Christian will play for one last shot here, although Harris will actually launch the 3. Yes, ma'am. Holland Harris with an answer, left, right, open. Scott, with just 3 seconds to go, will launch one. Yes, ma'am! From near half court, Taliah Scott with back-to-back 3s. And that's how we will end the first half here of this Class 2A semifinal. An entertaining half, but right now Faith Christian in control. It is Faith Christian, the Lions 44, St. John's Country Day 27, but that is only the half of it here from the RP Funding Center in Lakeland. The more to come sign is up, and we will have the second half for you in just a little bit. Stay with us. You're watching the 2023 Florida High School Girls Basketball State Championships on the NFHS Network.
Bluebell Creamery, Highland Homes.
At Snap Mobile, we know you need a hand. Help with expensing that last equipment order, assistance with getting gear to the team on time, donations from parents for a successful next season, and we're here for you through all of it. For more information, visit onsnap.com or contact your Snap Mobile representative to get the support you need.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors, the North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Academy Sports and Outdoors.
At Snap Mobile, we know you need a hand. Help with expensing that last equipment order, assistance with getting gear to the team on time, donations from parents for a successful next season, and we're here for you through all of it. For more information, visit onsnap.com or contact your Snap Mobile representative to get the support you need.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors, the North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Academy Sports and Outdoors has something for everyone in your family. From top sports brands to backyard cooking or the best in the outdoors, the North Face, Yeti, Columbia, or Magellan Outdoors, Academy has it all. Whether you're celebrating familiar traditions or exploring new ones, we've got what you need in here to have fun out there. Start your next adventure and make lifelong family memories at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Download our app or shop at academy.com.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
At Snap Mobile, we know you need a hand. Help with expensing that last equipment order, assistance with getting gear to the team on time, donations from parents for a successful next season, and we're here for you through all of it. For more information, visit onsnap.com or contact your Snap Mobile representative to get the support you need.
Yeah.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Back here in Lakeland as we get ready for third quarter action between St. John's Country Day and Faith Christian, who has a 44-27 lead heading to the third quarter. It's worth one more look, though, to see that three-pointer from Taliah Scott very late in the first half, just over the half-court line, and lets it fly from probably 35 or so feet away, and nothing but net for Taliah Scott, who had 19 in the first half, but she is not the leading scorer in this basketball game. Holland Harris has done her one better so far, Harris with 20 and Scott with 19.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy.
For scoring, she came in averaging about 17 a game, so she already has 20. Faith Christian very strong from the floor in the first two quarters, 56%. That included 6 for 12 shooting from beyond the arc. Nice dish there by Taliah Scott, and Ashante Williams gets a quick bucket for St. John's to quickly pull them within 15 now. I think if you're St. John's, the goal here is maybe to be down just single digits heading to the final quarter as Harris lets go from the corner, misses, and Scott will come back the other way for the Spartans. Lets it fly short, watched her own work, but got her own rebound. Drives to the basket, lays it up and in. Taliah Scott out of the starting blocks here in the second half. 21 in the game for Taliah, and it's 44-31. Lead is down to 13. Inside to Kitts, lays it off the glass, no good. Kitts gets her own rebound, has it hit underneath the back of the backboard, and Scott with a chance to cut it to maybe 11 or 10. Scott will back things out here. Take Barnes one-on-one, stops, launches the three, yes ma'am! Taliah Scott has cut it to 10. St. John's Country Day rooting section coming to life behind us here. Barnes down low, as close as the Spartans have been in a while. Here's Harris with it. Swings it on top. That shot well off the mark. Barnes with the rebound. Harris going to launch another one. Yes, ma'am. Boy, Holland Harris with anything you can do, I can do better. Harris with the trifecta. Scott now with it. Barnes watching her. Scott tried to get it into Williams, and Holland Harris can't save it. Now drive to the hoop, up off the glass too hard there by Kent. Harris back the other way. Bounce past the Kitts inside, who lays it up in for Kylie Kitts, who has 11 now in the ball game. Scott will pull up from the free throw line. Kent going to launch a three. That's off the mark. And a rebounding foul, and that will be against Faith Christian. Some other numbers from that first half. Faith Christian with their size out-rebounding St. John's Country Day, although the margin is not as much as you might think, 20-14. Assists, though, Faith Christian spreading it around wonderfully offensively, 13 assists in the game. And Holland, as we said, had 20. Kitts now with 11 in the ball game. St. John's Country Day, Scott had 19 and a half. And nobody else on the roster had more than 2. Right now the lead back to 15. Lohman leaves it for Harris. She lets go with the long three. That one's well off the mark. Scott has the rebound handed to her by Profit. Now Profit going to run out of real estate.
Out of bounds.
Faith Christian's biggest lead in that half was 22. Came with just over a minute to play. Scott, though, hit those 2 late three-pointers, including that one from about 35 feet out. Perry gives it up to Harris. Down to Barnes. Back on top to Perry. Harris going to be isolated for the three. Can't get it to fall. And rebounding foul here against St. John's. That was against Profit. Her first. Inbounded to Barnes. Spins in the paint. Can't get it to go. Kitts in there to take care of business, though. And Kylie Kitts has 13. The lead right back up to 17. Scott going to take it to the hoop. Too hard off the glass that time. Kitts with the rebound. Outlets to Perry. Ahead of the field. Dish back to Harris. Nice unselfish play right there by Lohman. Scott going to drive into the paint. Dishes to Williams. Back underneath to Moody. She couldn't get a shot away. 3-on-1 here for Harris. Harris going to take it to the rack herself. Misses. Kitts trying to collect the rebound. Loose ball on the floor. Comes out of there. Does Perry with it. Now to Harris. She'll try another trifecta. That one is a little short.
On the ball, man. We winning.
Lead is 19 again. With 17 at the half. Here's Scott, long distance three. Yes, man. Taliah Scott can hit from anywhere. She has 27 in the ball game. but her team trails by 16. Harris, by the way, with 25, gets it on the left block and now has 27. Boy, what a show by Holland Harris here this afternoon, matching the McDonald's All-American Taliah Scott point for point. And foul is going to be called there against Perry.
Foul number 2, Aaliyah Perry, her first second team foul. Checking in for Faith Christian, number 22, Sydney Loman. And for St. John's, number 15, Mary Kate Kent.
Scott will get the inbounds from Prophet. Prophet thought about the 3. Gives it up instead to Scott. Scott going to penetrate this time. Dish to Williams, and Williams can't handle it. They have successfully executed that play a few times, but the last couple times they have tried it, Williams has lost the handle. Coach Yo trying to make sure some of her players beyond Scott are involved here offensively. They need to be. As good as Scott is, she can't be a one-man or one-lady show. Here's an intercept by Prophet. Good defensive play. 2.5 to go here. Third quarter. Scott lets it fly. Had that partially blocked. Rebound by Moody, and she's fouled on the putback. Scott surpassed the 2,000 career point mark back on December 6th in a win over Parka. Shed basically has been the second leading scorer in the country behind Nicole Melius, who plays up in New York City in the Staten Island area. As Moody hits the free throw. One of 24 girls in the country to be named a McDonald's All-American. They'll play that McDonald's All-American game March 28th at the Toyota Center in Houston, by the way. Second free throw is off the mark. Lead is still 17. Rivera with it, gives it to Kitts, and she took too many steps that time.
St. John's the ball.
See if the Spartans can cut it to 15 or less here. Long ball down to Moody, who laid it up to Williams, who draws the foul. That'll be a shooting foul. So Ashanti Williams, 6'1" freshman, will head to the free throw line.
Ashanti Williams.
Other than Scott, not a lot of seniors on this roster. Moody is a senior, and Samaje Williams is a senior, but the rest underclassmen. In fact, Prophet just a 7th grader. Mary Kate Kent is a junior. Ashanti Williams just a freshman. So good young talent still on this St. John Country Day team. Shot is off the mark. Rebound will stay to Faith Christian, though. Comes on the way out to Harris. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound to Williams. Pushes it ahead to Kent. Back out to Scott, who will take a look. Being watched now by Harris. Scott pops and hits. 3-pointer for Scott, who now has 30 in the ballgame. Trying to single-handedly keep St. John's in it here. Harris, let's see if she has an answer. She does not. Kitts with the rebound. Kitts powers her way in, and that's going to be called a foul on Williams. Could have gone either way from my vantage point. Looked like Kitts had really leaned in there, but foul was called against Williams, so Kitts will shoot a pair. Point number 14 in the books for Kylie. 56-42, Faith Christian by 14. have led by as many as 22. Second free throw is in. St. John's Country Day had it as close as 10 here very early in the third. Thanks to this lady, Scott. That one was well off the mark. May have partially been deflected, hit the baseline, and so it'll be Faith Christian basketball here with less than a minute to go in the third. Hits with it on the long inlet pass, puts it up no good. Rebound, that is Leah Barnes for two. Scott quickly back the other way. She averaged almost 32 a game as a junior. And forces one up from the right side of the lane, but draws the foul. Finished fourth in the balloting last year for the state's Miss Basketball honor, but could very well win it this year. Only the fourth ever player from the greater Jacksonville area to earn All-American honors. Joined Shantae Stevens, Erica White, and Renaya Davis, who all earned those honors while playing at Ribault.
Foul number 31, Kylie Hicks, her third. 15 foul. Shooting two, Taliah, Scott.
So Scott will get a pair here. As you would expect, a very good free throw shooter. 84% from the charity stripe.
Checking in for St. John's, number 14, Samaje Williams.
Closing in on her season average of 36. Got 31 with that free throw. Trying to pull the Spartans back to within 15 here. And does.
That's right.
Let's see if Faith Christian wants to play for a final shot here. 21 on the game clock. Harris picks up the low pass there, gets it on top to Perry. Now to Barnes at the free throw line. Off the rim, no good. Rebound actually went through the hands of Samaje Williams and clipped her in the nose or the eye.
Foul number 0, Holland Harris. Her first.
And actually might have been Holland Harris who got a piece of her as well to cause that to happen, because they whistle Harris for the foul. Scott with just 6 seconds to go here. She'll pull back for the long distance three. Yes, ma'am! Another downtown bomb for Taliah Scott. And St. John's Country Day is within 12. Taliah Scott now has 35 through three quarters. Buckle your seatbelts, could be a fun fourth. We'll step aside for just a moment. It's Faith Christian 59. St. John's Country Day 47. You're watching the Class 2A semifinals of the 2020 through 2023 Florida High School Girls Basketball Championships on the NFHS Network.
This NFHS Network Championship event is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
So Taliah Scott hits the late three, not quite as impressive as the one she hit at the end of the second quarter, but almost. That was probably a good 25 to 28 feet out from the hoop. Would guesstimate the one she swished before the half at somewhere around 35 feet out. Doing her best Steph Curry here. And she has the Spartans within a dozen, and the foul is called against, I think, Williams here. We'll see. Double team on the play.
Foul on number 14, Samaje Williams, her fourth, 13th foul.
It is Williams, and that's her fourth, so she will check out, and Mary Kate Kent will check back in. Well, you've got to find a way to shut down Kitts and shut down Harris defensively to really give yourself a great chance to get back in this. Barnes down to Harris, little 12-foot baseline jumper, no good. Scott back the other way. She may have her eyes on going coast to coast, spin move, gets it outside to Kent, short on the three. Loose ball, and the rebound's picked out of there by Barnes. Barnes quickly back the other way, leaves it off for Perry. Perry off the mark. Kitts with the rebound, and they will not count the putback, but the foul will be called against
foul on number 31, Kylie Kitts.
Kylie Kitts, actually. They'll call it against Kitts. Thought it was going the other way. Fourth foul, by the way, now against Kitts, so that is potentially a storyline here with still 7+ to go in the ball game. Profit will shoot one in the bonus and hits the first. Check that, I believe that's actually Moody at the free throw line. Second one on the way and through. So Moody hits both, and the lead back to 10. Country Day has not been able to slice it to single digits yet here in the second half. Second time, though, they've had it to within 10. Here's Harris looking for an answer. Yes, ma'am. Holland Harris says, not this afternoon, St. John's. My game to take over as well. She has 30 in the ball game. Scott loses the dribble but keeps possession to Kent. Kent, and she is fouled. So good job by Scott to keep the possession alive, and Mary Kate Kent will head to the free throw line.
Foul number 12, Leah Rivera. Her first, team is in the bonus. Shooting a 1-and-1.
And that is another storyline to talk about here. St. John's Country Day in the bonus, and 2 away from the double bonus as Kent gets the first one to foul. St. John's, meanwhile, has only committed 3 team fouls at the defensive end, so they have a number of fouls to give yet before a bonus situation ensues for Faith Christian. Barnes, first time that St. John's has been within single digits. Beg your pardon, they are within 11 now. Can't quite do my math, thought it was 9 there for a moment. And Barnes underneath. Didn't have much of an angle to put one up. Kitts with the rebound, playing in there with 4 fouls. Now Perry wide open look from beyond the arc. Yes, ma'am. Aaliyah Perry, and every time it seems like St. John's Country Day is climbing back in. Faith Christian has an answer, and this one comes from Aaliyah Perry, who has 7 now this afternoon. And the lead is back to 14. Don't forget the winner
Here comes the hustle.
of this one will play the winner of our 4 o'clock game, the other Class 2A semifinal, Cora Christian against Evangelical Christian, with the 2A championship game to come Friday afternoon at 4:30. That'll be the first of 7 championship games Friday and Saturday. We'll have the rest of the semifinal action today. 3 more games to come. The Class 1A semifinals tonight at 6 and 8. And then the Class 4, 5, and 6A semifinals on Thursday starting at 10 o'clock. Lake Gibson, a Lakeland-based school, in the 6A semifinals, probably only about a 5-mile ride or so from the Lake Gibson campus to the RP Funding Center here. And, of course, Winter Haven as well in the 7A finals, and that will be close to a home game for the Blue Devils, as they are about 15 miles or so from campus. Scott misses the first and gets the rebound. Scott with 37, so she is at her season average right now. There's 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Harris, does she have another answer? Not this time. But Barnes gets a rebound. Nice feed to Kitts down low, and Kitts is fouled. Missed the putback, but will head to the free throw line.
Foul on number 11, Ashanti Williams, her second.
Kitts has had a nice game with 15 so far.
Kylie Kitts.
Kitts just a sophomore. Misses both. Goes through the St. John's comeback effort just a bit. See if Scott can take advantage. Way downtown. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My goodness. Every time she launches, it has a great chance to go in. Doesn't matter where she's at on the court. 40 in the game now for Scott. Razorback fans, you've got a treat coming your way. She will play for the University of Arkansas. Barnes from the baseline, swish-a-roo. She had her foot on the line, so it's just a two-pointer. But the lead is shrinking as Scott can't get that one to fall. That three-pointer had it to 9. As close as St. John's Country Day has been, but Perry with the basket put it back to 11. Inside 5 to go. Down to Kitts down low. Puts it up. Doesn't get the shooter's roll this time. Profit will rebound it over to Scott now. Scott with a chance to get it back within triple digits. She let that one fly from literally about 40 feet, and that was not her best decision, and was about 5 feet short that time.
Drive, let's go.
She kind of patted her chest after that one and said, sorry about that. That was not a very smart play. Nice dish down low to Harris with a pump fake, then bobbles it, but eventually draws the foul on Scott.
Go, Holland.
Foul on number 2, Taliah Scott, her first, 15 foul.
And as involved as Taliah is in just about everything, that's just her first foul. So Harris will head to the free throw line. Hits the first. 31 now this afternoon for Harris. I looked up what she was averaging coming in. It's 17, so she may be on her way to doubling her season average this afternoon. 32 now for the talented Faith Christian forward. Scott with it. Scott going to drive the hoop this time, and Perry thought she got all ball. Lavetta Hatcher said, nope, got a little too much of the arm as well, and that's worth 2 shots for Scott. Get her team back within 11. How many hours did she spend in the gym and in the driveway, perfecting the free throw stroke, the three-point shot, everything about her game. Second one is through. 42 in the scorebook now for Scott, and still just an 11-point lead now for Faith Christian. Barnes with it. Barnes going to take it into the paint, loses the dribble, loose ball on the floor. Jump ball called. Possession arrow will belong to St. John's Country Day.
Jump ball, St. John's gains possession.
St. John's has not been to the Final Four since 1987. That was before they expanded the tournament. Scott picks up a dribble. Perry with good defense there. Now Scott gets it back. Backs it out. Picked up by Perry again. Little spin move at the free throw line. Off the rim, no good, and this will stay the possession of St. John's Country Day. She only had 18 points in the regional win, but as we mentioned, in fact, only had 3 points the entire second half of that game. All from the free throw line, but hit the biggest shot of her career potentially with no time on the clock. Sunk a free throw to give St. John's Country Day its 19th win of the year and its biggest as it punched the ticket here to Lakeland.
Good sports programs need good officials. You can stay connected to interscholastic
timeout on the floor.
by becoming an FHSAA
Faith Christian with 2
contest
timeouts
official.
left now.
There's
St.
a
John's
need for
still with
officials at all
3.
levels in all sports.
Faith Christian
You can help fill those needs. We invite you to join the thousands
with
of men and
19
women
fouls
in the
against. So St.
FHSAA
John's
contest
Country Day, if they
program,
can
who play
draw
vital roles
the
in
quick
integrating
foul
interscholastic
and
competition.
get to the double
If you're
bonus here with still 3.5
contact
to
Florida High
go.
School Athletic Association office in
And
Gainesville,
conversely, Faith
or visit the official's
Christian still
website
2 away
at
from getting into the bonus.
becomeofficial.org.
Just 5 team fouls at the moment against
Freaky is a way of life for us at Jimmy
St. John's.
We're not only talking about freaky fast, but we have freaky fresh bread, meats, and veggies. Come get your gourmet sandwich at Jimmy John's, located 6 blocks from the RP Funding Center.
Ya tenés que ayudar. She's gonna shoot again. Help out, she's gonna shoot.
St. John's ball.
She's gonna shoot.
inbound to Moody here.
Double.
Finds Scott. Scott going to be double teamed now. Leaves it off to Kent. Kent hit a couple of three-pointers late in that comeback for St. John's Country Day in their regional win. But she was stuffed there. Here's Harris. Holland Harris with a huge night. Just when Faith Christian needed it the most. Kitts gets it down low to Barnes, back to Kitts. She can shoot from distance. Instead, will take it to the rack and has that one fall off the front of the rack. Scott quickly back the other way. Watched by Perry. Kicks it out to Moody, who is a little flat with that three-pointer. Traveling is called. And so it'll be St. John's Country Day basketball. With contingent making the drive down from Orange Park, where St. John's Country Day is located.
No.
Scott stops, fires, and hits. Why not? Taliah Scott with 45 here this afternoon. It's as close as St. John's Country Day has been within 8. Into Kitts, who puts it up and in. Boy, the size differential inside has just been too much for St. John's Country Day to overcome. They just have not had an answer inside. Scott gonna again stop off the back iron that time. No good. Rebound by Kent, and she is fouled. So this will be a two-shot situation as St. John's Country Day now goes into the double bonus. So down just 10, and they can get points here now without the clock running. They still have 3 timeouts left, so this one is not over. Gonna have to hit your free throws though, and Ken hits the first. 8 is as close as St. John's Country Day has been, and Kent can do it and does it again. A couple of dribbles in the shot, and it's an 8-point lead. Some full court pressure here as Moody picks up Barnes. Gets it over the timeline, no trouble. Barnes going to dribble into the paint and then bring it back out. St. John's Country Day may need to foul here. And they create the turnover instead. Moody back with it over to Ken, and instead hustling back is who else? Holland Harris, and
Timeout, Faith Christian.
Faith Christian wants a timeout to discuss strategy here, just to perhaps break the press. What a show that Taliah Scott and Holland Harris have put on here this afternoon. Scott's expected, and Harris is not totally unexpected, but when you come in at averaging 17 and you drop 32, it's above and beyond.
Representing Central Floridians for over 30 years, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact us today for a free consultation at otoolepa.com.
In fact, just for comparison's sake, she only had 12 in the regional championship finals. She has stepped to the plate in a big way here in Lakeland this afternoon. Barnes with it. St. John's Country Day really cannot afford to let much time roll off the clock here. Foul is called.
Foul on number 15, Mary Kent.
Kent
first 16 foul.
Picks up her first 6th team foul. And that is part of the problem for St. John's here, is they are not even yet into a bonus situation the other way. Nice little bounce pass to Barnes, who lays it up and in. That's a hurter. St. John's needed to commit 2 or 3 quick fouls. Here's Scott. Back wing no good. And now a foul, and that will put Faith Christian finally into the bonus, but down to just 52 seconds to go. Just too much Holland Harris and too much size inside for Faith Christian this afternoon. Taliah Scott's heroic efforts not enough. 45 of her team's 63 points. As Barnes will step to the free throw line. High arcing attempt is a perfect twick. That's what we used to call it on the old playground. It's the sound where ball passes through and hits nothing but net. The old twick. Loose ball on the miss, and this will be a jump ball possession error to Faith Christian. Cora Christian and Evangelical Christian in the 4 o'clock tip to decide the other Class 2A finalist. Looks like all the world it'll be Faith Christian as one half of the bracket, as Harris had that one partially blocked. So Faith Christian with good possession here. Up by 11. And on the inbound,
Make it. Go, Holland.
Holland Harris is fouled.
Foul on number 2, Taliah Scott, her second. Team is in the bonus. Shooting the 1-1, Holland Harris.
Looking for her 33rd point of the evening. Or at least I should say the afternoon. We're not quite to the evening yet. We will be soon enough. 33 in the books. We'll see if Harris can make it 34. Just a sophomore. And she does make it 34, so she has doubled her season average now coming in. Scott from long distance off the mark, no good. Kitts will grab the rebound, and did they call a jump ball or did they call the foul? I think they called the foul.
Foul on number 1, Juliette Moody, her third. Team is in the bonus.
So Kylie Kitts will step to the line. Kitts has 17 in the ball game. Harris with the rebound and can't get that one to fall. Scott with the board and the foul called on Perry.
Foul on number 2, Aaliyah Perry, her third.
So Scott will shoot one in the bonus here. Not a double bonus yet. Will be on the next foul if it happens.
Taliah, Scott.
Check that. It is a double bonus for St. John's. Faith Christian one away from the double bonus.
Don't get the ball!
Second one is through. 47 in the ball game for Taliah Scott. She may not hit the half-century mark, but going to be close. Kitts with it. Kitts gets it back on top to Perry as Faith Christian content to run out the clock here. Down low to Harris, and she is fouled. So Harris with a chance to add to her impressive totals.
Foul number 15, Mary Kay Kent. Her second. Team is in the double bonus.
Mary Kay Kent called for the foul.
Shooting 2, Holland Harris.
Harris will shoot a pair here. 35 now in the ball game for Harris. They had her for 4 points on the scoreboard just a minute ago. I think she had that in the first 2 minutes of the game. Second one on the way, no good. But she's going to track down her own rebound. The only player there. And time will expire. And Faith Christian will move on to the Class 2A championship game, winning it by a final score of 77 to 65. St. John's Country Day trailed 44-27 at the half and could only get as close as 8 a couple of times in the fourth quarter. Every time they tried to crawl back, Kylie Kitts or Holland Harris had an answer, and Faith